Good morning, students, and welcome back to another class of English literature. In today's video, we'll do a quick recapitulation of the poem Television along with some more questions. Recapitulation of the poem Television. Television by Roald Dahl describes in outrageous detail the dangers of watching television and what a parent or how a parent can save his or her child from watching too much of television. Dahl, as a speaker, uses hyperbolic statements to reflect on the dangers of watching too much television. They range from a child's brain melting to the child's loss of desire to understand the world. The speaker pleads the parents to do whatever they can to get their kids away from the televisions, because he knows the kids will not react well to this change, but this change will definitely prove out to be the best for children. And he firmly believes that eventually, when they will have no choice but to turn to the books that should have always covered their walls, and once the change is made, they will thank their parents and love them more than ever. I have already discussed upon the ill effects of watching television, but few lines to be remembered. Roald Dahl, in his poem Television, warns the parents against the harmful effects of television addiction on the children. The poet speaker, that is Dahl himself, asks the parent if they ever spent a moment to think exactly what harm is this television causing to their loving child. And then he himself answers it in a brilliant way. The first ill effect that a television has on a child is it rots the sense in the head, it kills imagination dead. So according to Roald Dahl, watching television regularly damages the sense in the head. Children, they are drawn away from the reality, that is the real world around him. And he starts believing whatever he watches on the screen without considering the context. His own environment hardly matches with the one he sees on screen, but still he believes all those are real and applicable to him. It destroys the imaginative power of a child, and they start living in a preset imaginary world that they see on the screen. They gradually lose their own creativity, their own imagination. Though whatever the television shows display are mostly fictional, that is a close imitation of the real world and not a completely different world as in a fairy tale. The next ill effect, it clogs and clutters up the mind. It makes a child so dull and blind. Roald Dahl continues to argue how a television affects a child's mind. Children, they continuously watch different shows on different channels. Sometimes there are contradictory ideas. Sometimes it does not match with reality, and they are surprised. All these clutters up the mind and messes up the organized ideas and thoughts. Moreover, the child forgets to think on his own. His entire mind is full of the images he witnessed on the television. So, how would he get the time and scope to think over other things? His important time, his valuable time is wasted in the thoughts that are fictional and not related to his own life. Thus, his study and thoughts on how to improvise his skills and personality are neglected. This is as if the child gradually becomes dull and blind. Next point, he can no longer understand a fantasy and a fairyland. The poet feels that due to the imposed limitation on thoughts, children can no longer understand or differentiate between a fantasy or a fairy tale. They cannot extend their imaginative power to that level. They are now used to see an image of the likely real world, a virtual reality. The next harmful effect, his brain becomes as soft as cheese. His powers of thinking rust and freeze. He cannot think, he only sees. The poet now opines that by watching television, the brain becomes soft like a cheese. The imaginative power, the thinking power, creativity is lost. Children now believe whatever they see and hear on television. They cannot find their own logic to analyze or interpret a thing. The power of thinking, the thought process gets rusty. They cannot think. Their creative power is lost. All they do is watch and believe what they see on television. Therefore, the poet is emphasizing upon the ill effects of excessive watching television. The poet suggests a better alternative in the form of reading books. Few questions for you. You need to write this in your notebook. What has the poet experienced at almost every house he has been? The answer, in almost every house he has been, he has seen them gaping at the screen, watching the television continuously. They loll and slop and lounge about and stare until their eyes pop out. Second question, the poet has used two words to indicate children's addiction to television. What are they? The two words used by the poet are hypnotized and drunk. Next question, what would be their final reaction about the bookshelf? According to the poet, the children with nothing else to do will begin to feel the need to have something to read, and they would gradually develop a strong love for the books, as those would give them knowledge, wisdom, imagination, and more joy than what television offered. What does the poet want to convince the readers through his poem? Roald Dahl, the renowned American poet novelist, in his poem Television, mocks at the ridiculous habit of parents in letting their children spend their time in front of television. The poet begins the poem as a warning. No parents should ever let their children watch the idiotic thing. They grew addicted to it in no time. They eventually lose interest in everything else other than television. The poet wants the parents to realize their folly of allowing their children to sit glued onto the TV set. Instead, he wished them to be more careful in rearing them up. The children at a very early age get used to watching television incessantly, and that leads them to an unavoidable dangerous situation. Children lose much of their creative thinking. They swallow junk shows that lie undigested. The pulp is received by them on a daily basis. They are at the verge of an imagination wreck. Books and reading become secondary. Neither could they sustain interest in pursuing anything written. The wild imagination of a child thus becomes a clay pool. Besides all this, watching television has health hazards as well. So Roald Dahl advises everyone not to install this idiotic thing. Next question. Last week in someone's place, we saw a dozen eyeballs on the floor. Explain. The poet wants the readers to go deep into the gravity of the situation. It is not a figment of his imagination. The poet says that the harms caused by a television may inject a child in innumerable way. At this tender age, he should be told stories to ignite his imagination. He should be given books to read so that he could predict a possible ending of his own. Sitting in front of the television chops up all such possibilities. He thinks, his thoughts are mashed up. He reacts seldom. He is more of a sick body than an active child. His childhood no longer lingers in his mind when he grows up. He would not be able to solve the puzzles of real life. He would thus become a great failure in life as well. The poet wanted to make fun of the situation and warn the parents that they are really spoiling their own kids' lives. The figure of speech used is hyperbole. It's a kind of exaggeration that states the seriousness of the situation. And a dozen of eyeballs refer to a group of children sitting in front of the television, unmindful of the world outside.